I'm Kelsey Van Deusen, Environmental Services Manager.
I'm Maddie Erie, and I'm Field and Lab Technician.
So today we're at a stormwater pond that we are cleaning out. We survey all of our stormwater ponds in town about once every 5 years, sometimes more frequently, to make sure they're not filling in. Stormwater pond is just basically a basin where water is allowed to slow down enough for the solids to settle out. There's probably 3 or 4 different kinds of stormwater ponds. Some are meant to hold water all the time, and some are meant to be more of a retention basin. And then there's some that are just infiltration basins. When it's time to survey a stormwater pond, the process starts with determining the amount of sediment a pond has in it. This is done both with GPS survey equipment and a measuring rod to compare the total depth of the pond with the amount of sediment sitting in it. Then, if the pond needs to be dredged, Public Works goes in, removing the built-up layers of sediment. Portions of the removed material is tested for its chemical makeup to determine the health of the pond and the area it's in. The samples are sent off for testing at an independent lab. Then it's back to the now dredged pond. Using the same GPS survey equipment that was used for the original survey, technicians can now map out a baseline for the pond's depth and sediment amount. The numbers are crunched and sent over to the engineering department where a 3D image of the pond is rendered. This allows for utility staff to monitor the accumulation of sediment over time until the next time it needs to be dredged. What are some ways we can keep our neighborhood stormwater ponds healthy? So the more sediment that's on the streets that flows into the storm drains, the faster these stormwater ponds fill up. So that's why it's so important to keep those grass clippings and the leaves off the street and out of the storm drains, because they can definitely fill in these stormwater ponds really fast. And so if you have a storm drain near your house, it's important to just check it every once in a while to make sure it's free of all that debris. If you notice anything unusual around storm drains, give Public Works a call at 651-385-3674 or send them an email.